Hi guys, it's me. So yet again, it's late on Sunday night because I was working, and I'm actually still wearing my work shirt. I don't know if you can see it. It's a tuxedo t-shirt. So cool. And then on the back it says favor, but you can't see that. So this Sunday, I just want to talk about some new school supplies that I got for my next two classes that I start after this week. So July 1st. And then some stuff happened today with my dad. And then I wanted to share my dream board with y'all that it was like a extra credit assignment that's non-graded for my SNHU class. But I went ahead and did it because it's good to have, you know. I have it right on the back of my desk. So, actually, I guess I could start with that. Let's see if you can see it or not. So this is part of the school supplies that I got. I got this weekly calendar dry erase board. It's pretty cool. And underneath it, it has this cork board. And I don't know if you can see it. So I put up pictures of my dream board. So this is my dream house for in the future. I like the modern style, so I picked one that looked big and nice and something to strive for. And then it's kind of dark, but it's like a living room picture, but it's just like a cozy living room with like this big beanbag chairs. That's kind of like how I want my private practice offices to be for whenever I'm in therapy sessions with people, because I want them to be cozy and comfortable and relaxed. And then this one is just a little picture of I believe that one is my it's my master's degree. So it's just like a little master's degree, little clip art thing. And then this one is a reminder that that's the average salary of a psychologist. So that's cool to look at. And then another little clip art of like a bachelor's degree. And then I have a Kia Soul on here, which I recently, in the past couple days, changed my mind, and I'm going to get a different Kia. I'm saving money to get a car. I found a more sporty car that gets relatively the same gas mileage. It has a little bit more cool bells and whistles than the Kia Soul, and it's called the Kia Stinger. It's like their sports car in their lineup, and I'd rather have that instead, so I need to replace that picture. And then I have this supermodel picture. This is a plus size supermodel. That's just kind of like a reminder that I want to get to my goal weight. Not necessarily look exactly like her, but I want to be kind of in that body shape when I'm done. So that's my dream board. And I didn't glue them on there because dream boards are supposed to be ever-changing. You know, once you accomplish something, you take it down, put something else up. So you're constantly striving for something. But yeah, so that's that. So that's one of my new pieces of, I guess, school stuff. And then I got new binders. Let me pull them down. Just plain. I got a bigger binder this time for my, I think this is a 2-inch instead of the 1-inch. Because I found that my first two classes, I didn't have enough room, and I was starting to run out of room. So I got a bigger one for my English one, because I'm going to be doing a lot more assignments in English. And then I made this little cover page for it. I make cover pages for all of them. And I put all my tabs, so it's ready to go. And then so my next two classes are English 122, excuse me, and then social sciences 100. Oh, and I got labels, so I was able to label all of my binders. And this one, it actually, my husband got irritated with me because I took forever trying to pick the right binder for this class. And I decided to get cactuses for my social sciences, because if you know anything about social sciences, it has to do with geography and archaeology and all the ologies. So out of all the ones there, I just thought this would remind me of social sciences. Excuse me. I'm gonna flip you back around. So yeah, that's kind of some of the school supplies that I got. Of course, I got new expo markers and a new eraser and stuff for my dry erase boards, because I have this weekly one, and then I also have, let me flip you around, I have this monthly one. The monthly one is kind of old, and it's starting to not want to erase anymore, but I can still use it. I'll just have to every month like actually wet wipe it off. But then I kind of wanted to show you my classes, but for some reason my computer is being a butt right now. I'm gonna restart it. While this is restarting, so I had talked about wanting to start going back to church, I believe, and wanting to visit my father more, or my dad more. Y'all are probably aware that I was raised by my grandparents, and so I call my grandfather Dad. So he's my dad. But today I was trying to go up and visit him because I wasn't able to visit him for Father's Day last weekend. And because I was working. So I wanted to go visit him today before I started work. And I called him. He didn't answer. Remember, he's in his 80s. He's 86. Excuse me. And then I called him. He didn't answer, which was weird because he's always home. Usually always home. So I was kind of a red flag there, but I didn't really think too much of it because I thought, okay, well, you know, a lot of my other family go visit him on Sundays too, so they probably took him out to dinner or something, or like lunch. So I left him a message, and I was like, okay, well, he'll call me back whenever he gets home. Well, I waited and I waited. A couple hours went by. I called him again, didn't answer, didn't leave a voicemail. I was like, okay, I'm bothering him. Because sometimes whenever he has company sitting down with him, he won't answer the phone. But he'll call you once the company leaves. Sorry, I have like an itch in my throat tonight. So I was a little worried, but I didn't think too much of it. And then the hours kept ticking by. And then finally, I got a call from his landline. And I didn't get it in time. And then I had called it back. And they were on the other line. So then they had to call me back. And I answered it, and it was my uncle. Or, I guess you could call him my brother. I don't know. Well, anyways, he was there at his house getting medical documents and just important documents that they needed. And he told me that this morning my dad had been falling down a lot and was having chest pains and heart problems. And so they took him to the hospital, and then the hospital sent him to this rehab place, and he was there for a couple hours, and then they decided that they didn't have everything that they needed to help him there, so they transferred him back to the hospital. And my uncle didn't say much, but he told me that he would keep me in the loop. So probably on Wednesday I'll have more information on that. But his health has been slowly declining ever since my mom passed away in 2013. He's been having a lot of digestive issues the past couple years. So I guess now he's having some heart issues too. So digestive issues with heart issues, it's not a good combination. Plus with his age and the fact that he never gets out and he doesn't have any muscular strength hardly at all. And then he broke his hip a couple years back too. So it's just not a good combination all around. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on the personal front, other than working for Favor on the weekends. And tomorrow I start my 8th week of my first term classes. So it's my last week of classes for those 2 classes. So I'm excited about that. Oh, and I found out on Wednesday at the webinar that I finished watching after I cut y'all off. I found out that I do get a break in between terms, but it's every other term. And it's a week-long break every other term. So I won't have one in between my first and second, I won't have a break. But between my second and my third, I'm going to have a week-long break with no classes. So that's pretty cool. I just want to show you the home pages, I guess, of my next 2 classes that I'm excited about. And I do have 2 more female instructors, so that's kind of cool. I haven't had a male instructor yet. But these next 2 classes I actually have, they're more than just instructors or professors. They're actually doctors. So they're really well educated in their field. I'm gonna flip you back around. So it's English 122, English composition. Taking forever. Okay. So this is the home page. Let's go down. So that's my instructor. It's going to take some adjusting because my first 2 classes were very laid back, and they were like, oh, don't worry, don't call me Mrs. or ma'am or anything, just call me by my first name. Well, my next 2 classes, they're very formal, and they're probably going to want to be called by their full name because, you know, they worked hard for that title of doctor. So this lady seems pretty cool. She's like, her name is Dr. Kay Beckman, sorry. And she said, or Dr. B. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's her. We have little pictures next to him. So that's exciting. And then we'll go to my next one. So then I have English, and then I have social sciences. And my social sciences, I'm thinking that she's a doctor of archaeology. Let's see. Or no, anthropology, sorry. Social anthropology. I wonder what that consists of. So she's a doctor as well, but she doesn't have a picture. She just has this. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so yeah, it says she has a PhD in social anthropology and Irish studies. That's interesting. And a master's in anthropology and a bachelor's in anthropology and psychology. Oh, that's nice. So she has a double bachelor's, and one of them is what I'm going for. My teaching experience spans over 20 years in diverse educational settings. Cool. Well, that'll be a fun course. Oh, let's see what these are. Oh, cool. I have comments on my posts for this week and when I commented on other people. Let's see what this is. Oh, yay! I finally got a grade on that. I messaged her because it was already Thursday evening and I hadn't had a grade on that 6-1 discussion. And so I sent her a text, and she was like, "Don't worry, I'm getting to it." I felt like I was bothering her. But yay, I got an A on it. That's awesome. So yeah, let me flip you back around. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. I'm gonna hop in the shower because it's already almost 11:30 at night, and I gotta wake up bright and early and start my classes for this week. Start working on those final projects and my final week of class. So I will see y'all on Wednesday for Weigh In Wednesday. Y'all have a great night. Bye.